Hey everybody, welcome. Here I'm going to go through the syllabus with you right quick, just to give you a little idea of what that is. When we look at the syllabus here, it will open in here, in the little sub-module thing. And I'm just going to warn you that some of the questions on the syllabus quiz get messed up because of this right here. See how it doesn't go? You can just click on download and then open up the Word doc and make sure that you save it, because saving syllabi from your college courses is always a smart idea, especially if you want to go back to school at some point and there's any sort of a break. They might say, oh, that course doesn't count. But you can say, look at my student learning outcomes and the core objectives. I learned to do these things. Here's the official syllabus. And they'll be like, oh, we'll give you the credit then. It's happened to friends. I know it's a legitimate thing. So when you're looking at the syllabus here, you can see it's got the course number, all that fun stuff, my email, my address, or my phone number, my address. No. It's got my WebEx private meeting room. Student hours, I'm home a lot. My kids are home with me also all the time. But if you need to have a face-to-face meeting, like if you want to go over an assignment or some resources or something, I'm happy to get in on WebEx with you and walk you through something, answer questions, have a meeting. This is an online asynchronous class. So that means that we don't have scheduled meeting dates. Maybe I'll smack a poll up there at some point if you guys want me to hold a couple of sessions of live, like check-in times. I'm happy to do so. That's not a big deal whatsoever. But I have found when I do that, one student shows up every 4 weeks and I sit there for an hour staring at myself on the computer, and that's just weird. I don't like looking at myself that much. So if you look, here are the student learning outcomes. These are the things you should be able to learn and know and understand after the end of this course. And then you've got these core objectives. One of the big complaints I get all the time, this is government, not English class. Why are we writing papers? Well, because to explore these 4 core objectives as set forth by the Texas legislature and the Higher Education Coordinating Board, we have to do these things. So it says to do critical thinking, communication skills through written, oral, and visual communication. But we're online, so you get to write and develop a sense of social responsibility and personal responsibility. So writing papers answers those things. Sorry. Making sure that this is the textbook here. It's got the ISBN that goes to the full version that the publisher has on their website. We've got a COVID-19 statement. You do need to self-report if you think that you've been exposed to it, and it's got that web or that email address right here, and a phone number. But, keeping everybody else on campus safe is all of our jobs. So if you think you've been exposed to somebody, you just have to self-report that. And the Office of Government Accountability and Compliance will get back with you and let you know what you can or can't do. Here again is my communication policies, because it doesn't count if it's not in the syllabus. When we are talking and communicating with one another, please make sure to be as respectful as possible. I will try to do the same myself. Because we should all know by now that tone and intent does not travel well across the internet, and that people can very frequently misinterpret or put their own tone into what they're reading. And unfortunately, that leads to a lot of issues when there was no issue to begin with. It's the way we perceive what we're reading. So attendance, I expect you to log in every 72 hours. That's every 3 days. Late work, again, 3 late submissions for 10% late point penalty from what you earn, up to 1 week after the original due date will be accepted. There'll be no makeup assignments. Like if you're like, I don't want to do that, sorry, do it or get a 0, because that's how college works, I guess. Cell phones, your computers, I don't care if you're on your cell phone. I can't see you. That's creepy. I always have my cell phone nearby. Official day record is February 1st. Instructor drop if you don't take that syllabus quiz. Again, I will drop you. Withdrawal policy or W days, April 9th. 6 drop rule. our anti-racist statement. If you feel like you've witnessed any sort of racism or unfair treatment of people, you can contact the college. We're in the process of setting up an equity, diversity, and inclusion office that will be the point people for that. Everything for the course is going to be in MLA format. If you don't know what that is, sign up for some tutoring with the Student Learning Resource Center. They have an amazing tutoring program for that because it's important. Don't cheat by copying and pasting things off the internet. And don't spin. I learned that word recently. It means when you can like put it into a spinner on the internet somewhere and it'll change the words from the original source. It makes it incomprehensible. You can't understand it. It just changes the words, but it doesn't actually make continuous sense intelligibly, especially when you're presenting it to somebody who is a content expert. I have a degree in this. Don't do that. That website does not have a degree in that. Conflict resolution. If you don't like me, I'm sorry. If you don't like something I've done and you feel it's unfair, best person to contact is going to be Dr. Lawrence Brandyberg. He is my direct line boss. He is an amazing person. You should probably just call him and say hi anyways, because he's really cool and very enjoyable to have conversations with. Now the meat and bones. Here is your grade determination breakdown of what you can expect to see in the course and the value of points. So you got your syllabus quiz, chapter quizzes, discussion boards, the unit exams, and the research paper. So points, this is how many points is available for each of those categories, up to 1,000 points. There's also some extra credit built into the course. So yeah, you could get 1,050 points. I give up to 5% of extra credit. So keep that in mind. Here's your grade distribution. I do round up because I can't imagine getting 895 points and getting a B in a class that's 5 points away. It's psychotically crazy. My daughter, my high school student, just got a 89.63 in chemistry, and they did not round it up. So she got a B for the course. Just saying, that stings. I get it. I'm sorry. If you have any issues where you think like you're going to start falling behind, someone in your family falls ill, job situations change, childcare situation change, housing situation change, emotional health situation change, whatever. I don't need to know the exact details, but you do need to contact me and reach out so we can develop a game plan to help you be successful and continue on a forward path instead of stagnating in the course. And then typically students wait until the last week or the week after the course ends to ask for help. I can't help you there. But if you see yourself falling behind and you reach out for help, I can help you and I will help you. You can't expect me to know that you're struggling without reaching out to me. I don't see you in class every day. So I don't notice the changes myself. So you have to be proactive and explicitly asking for help in this online course. Here are the learning outcomes associated with each chapter and which each chapter is about. And then on page 7, we've got the due date calendar. And this is your go-to. If you have a printer, print it out, put it somewhere prominent, program these due dates into your cell phone with a 24-hour reminder, write it down on a Post-it note and cover it over your bathroom mirror, whatever you need to do. But there's no reason why you should tell me you didn't know something was due because it's in multiple places. And this is one of those places. So this has everything on here, the due date, what it is, how many points, and what you have to do to turn it in. It's even got spring break on there and our spring holiday. So keep that in mind. That's there. Here's my statement about how much work you're doing. If we were in a face-to-face class, we'd be sitting together for 3 hours a week. And the expectation is you would still be spending 3 hours a week at home on your own, doing prep work, reading the chapters, doing assignments, researching your paper. So that's 6 hours a week you should be spending on a 3 semester credit hour course. We don't see each other at all. So I don't know how much time you're spending, but from my survey feedback I get from my students, the average is like 3 to 4 hours a week on the course. So it's kind of what you can reasonably expect, I guess. If you're a faster reader or you're good at gleaning information, you might spend 2 hours. If you're a slower reader or you're really interested and want to read everything and do every activity, even if it's not for a grade, you might spend 6 to 8 hours. It's going to depend on how much effort you put in and where you're at academically, with note taking and reading and your background understanding of government already. All this stuff is just all the college's gobbledygook stuff about what we're here for, why we're going to help you, that we want to support your success. The academic calendar is here, your final exam schedule is here, which you have all week for our exams, so that's fine. Important dates for registration for summer 2021. If you need help with the assistive lab technology, if you need anything with the library, and then we have a wonderful COVID statement on the last page. It's an entire page. We're not face-to-face, so we can, and I'm not teaching face-to-face on campus at all this semester. So I don't expect COVID to be a huge thorn in our sides more than it already is when it comes to being able to fulfill my grading obligations to you, or, I don't know what you do or where you spend your time. So I can't say that about you, but I can say that for me and my family. But I will be very communicative with you in case anything does come up, so you will always know. I hope this has been a helpful walkthrough of the syllabus. Again, all my contact information is right here on there. So if you need help, happy to help. Just reach out and let me know.